Hello everyone. So now we begin with our third module, that is module Schreiben. In the Goethe exam, we have 60 minutes to complete this module and we have 3 exercises to do. 3 Aufgaben. Aufgabe 1, informeller Brief oder E-Mail. Aufgabe 2, formeller E-Mail und Aufgabe 3, Blogkommentar. Okay, so let's check the first exercise. Aufgabe 1, informeller E-Mail oder informeller Brief. We have to write an informal letter or an email in this exercise. So, informeller E-Mail, 80 Wörter, 7 bis 8 Sätze. So when we write an informal email for the Goethe exam, we are expected to write around 80 words and around 7 to 8 sentences. So 80 word roughly means 7 to 8 sentences. A couple of the sentences should be Nebensätze, complex sentences where we make use of conjunctions, for example. Let's check an example. So here is the question for this exercise. Ihre Freundin hat ein Ferienhaus. Jedes Jahr machen sie dort mit ihr und ihren Eltern Urlaub. Auch dieses Jahr hat sie ihre Freundin eingeladen, zusammen mit ihnen im Ferienhaus Weihnachten zu feiern und Urlaub zu machen. Sie können aber dieses Mal leider nicht mitgehen. Schreiben Sie eine E-Mail, lehnen Sie die Einladung dankend ab und erklären Sie den Grund. Beschreiben Sie Ihre eigenen Urlaubspläne, fragen Sie sie, wie es Ihren Eltern geht. So here is your topic. That you have a friend and this friend has a vacation home and you spend your vacations together with her friend very regularly in her vacation home, in her holiday home, and so has the friend invited you also this year to celebrate Christmas and vacations together with her and her family. But you have some different plans and hence you're unable to go. So schreiben Sie eine E-Mail, write a letter of response to your friend and tell her that you cannot come. Say sorry to her for not being able to make it this time. Explain the reason. Tell your own plans for the vacation and ask your friend how her parents are doing. You have 3 points already mentioned on your question paper and you have to cover them in your answer. That is in your letter. That is in the response that you're going to write. So, before we see how we should write a letter or an email, we need to take care of certain points. Die ersten Schritte, the first steps, denken Sie an. What should you think about? When you write any letter, be it a formal or an informal letter, Anrede. The way you address the person you're writing the letter to. If it is a female, it will be lieber. That is, if it is an informal letter. And if it's being addressed to a female, then you will write lieber. But if it is a formal letter, then you will write sehr geehrte Frau. If it is an informal email written to a man, a male person, then you will write lieber. But if it is a formal email or letter written to a male person, then you will write sehr geehrter Herr ABC. Next thing, think about Grußformel. How are you going to greet the person at the end of your letter? If it is an informal letter, you will write Liebe Grüße. If it is a formal letter, you will end your letter with mit freundlichen Grüßen. A comma is not required after this kind of greeting form. And immediately also think about Datum, the date, and the Betreff, that is the subject. That is only in case of a formal letter or a formal email. Okay. So as soon as you read the question for any letter, you make a note of all these 3 points. Make also notes of some other points. You have thought about a passende Anrede, a suitable addressing form. You have thought about passende Gruß, a suitable greeting form. Now think about points for your main letter. Yeah. In welche Inhalte wollen Sie mitteilen? So, what will you write in your Einleitung, introduction? If it is a positive, happy letter that you have received, you will of course first thank for writing to you and wie immer freue ich mich and express that you are happy on receiving such a nice letter. However, if the content is sad, then also you will thank in the Einleitung and express your sympathy that your friend or whoever has written to you is not in the right situation. Inhalt. Then let's come to the body of the letter. You have written around 2 to 3 sentences in the introduction. Now we need around 4 to 5 sentences in our Inhalt, in the main content paragraph. For example, I have written some points here. I have taken into consideration the 3 main points given in the question paper. On each of those points, I have thought about 2 points. For example, why am I not going to my friend's house? Because Besuch von Freunden aus Indien. I'm getting a visit from my friends from India. What am I doing? In den Schwarzwald gehen, übernachten in einer Hütte, nach Paris, interessant Eiffelturm Museum. So I have thought about these points. This is what I will do in the vacation with my friend. And this is what I'm going to write in this response letter. Okay, and then the Schluss. I need to think about a suitable conclusion to the letter. So in the points was mentioned, ask about how your friend's parents are. So I've written Grüße an Eltern, greetings to her parents. And Entschuldigung bei Eltern, treffe bestimmt nächstes Mal, vermisse die schöne Zeit. Okay? If you would like to get some feedback on the letters you're writing, you can always write to us and get a session with us, and we would be glad to give you our feedback on your written assignments. Thank you and all the best.